Hey guys, so my name is Em Etetim and I'm a Lagos-based blogger and YouTuber. I'm sure it's the same thing. So I've been in Nigeria for a total of 9 months. I think 9 or 10 months so far, and I think it's now the right time for me to tell you guys my experience and if I like Nigeria or not. I know the title says I regret coming back to Nigeria, and that is fact. Like, I do, because everything I planned did not work out. This is so weird for me because normally I wouldn't talk to people about exactly how I feel or my feelings towards something, but this is me trying to be bare with you guys. Ouch. So you guys, I graduated as an electrical engineer in January of last year, and I came back to Nigeria May of that year as well. And the reason I came back was because somebody convinced me that it's possible to actually make my plans come to fruition. In Nigeria, all you have to do is have the right facilities, have the right people around you, and then have the money. And yes, this person told me all these things, and I had some money saved up and stuff like that, ready, you know, to come and conquer Nigeria. But coming back to Nigeria, it has not been the same at all. When I was coming back to Nigeria, I had a plan, and my plan was to come and start a company here in Nigeria. Yes, I graduated as an electrical engineer, but I had no plans of working as an electrical engineer here in Nigeria, because first of all, I knew the hustle that people have to go through to get a proper company to work with, and I had no plans for NYSC at all. And I still haven't done NYSC because I had no plans for it. So when I came back to Nigeria, it was so fun. Oh my god, there was a lot of money. Literally, we were going to beaches. Today we'll go to Hard Rock Cafe and be spending bare cash. We went go-karting. Do you know how much go-karting is in Nigeria? Go-karting is about, I think it's about 5,000 naira per session, and one session is like 8 minutes. So the reason I remember vividly is because I think I went out with my friends and whatnot, and we ended up spending 40k on just the ride, minus the meals that we had. So I'm just saying that Nigeria is expensive. That first 3 months as well, I used it because, like I said, maybe I didn't say it, my plan was to come and start a company. I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. I've always been the kind of person that likes side hustle a lot, and when I was in Hungary, I had like about three sources of income. I was working as a hairdresser. I don't want to call it hairdresser, but I made hair, and that was one of my sources of income, and hair paid a lot. Well, it paid a lot. I'm not even going to lie. Hair paid a lot in Hungary. You could get 50,000 naira in one weekend. Well, 50,000 forints, which is about maybe 70,000 naira. 70,000 naira in one weekend. It was really great. In a month, you can be getting bare cash. I was also a photographer. For photography did not even pay as much as hair did at the time. So when I came back to Nigeria, my plan was to just straight up start my hair company, probably that summer, because I came back in May. The plan was to start a company maybe June, July or August. When I came into Nigeria, of course, I had to do a lot of research. I had to check for my target market and whatnot, because the idea was a luxury. When I started doing my research, I spoke to a lot of stylists, I spoke to a lot of people that were supposed to be my target market, and then I realized that an average Nigerian cannot afford my hair. Cannot afford my clothes, even if they saved for an entire year. I'm being serious. That's because besides the fact that they cannot afford it, even if they have the money, they will not want to buy, like, spend money on clothing, because they know that there are other needs that needs to be met. So maybe my biggest mistake was the kind of company I wanted to start. I didn't understand Nigeria as a market yet. I didn't understand that there really is no money for the average person in Nigeria, and yet there's so much money in Nigeria. Do you understand? Eventually I decided to go into photography, videography, and also get a job. So I got a job at a hair company as a content creator, actually, which was not paying so bad. It wasn't paying so bad, but the reason why to me it wasn't paying so bad was because I live with my brother. I'm not paying rent, I'm not paying bills, and I'm literally just paying for transportation. I got paid, I'm just going to say it out here, I got paid about 50,000 naira and a month, and that was for working 3 days a week. I was only working 12 days a month, and it paid 50,000 naira. I would say for an average person that is okay if maybe your apartment is not so expensive or something, I don't know. And in as much as to me that payment was not the worst, the truth is that my salary almost always went on food and taxify just to go to the workplace and come back. It's the same island though. I spent about 20,000 to 30,000 naira a month on transportation. That's just to the job and back. If that's already 25k, let me say, you spend another 25k on food, and that's it. Literally, you make money just to spend it on bare shit. I was also working as a freelance photographer and videographer, and that paid well too. For instance, photography jobs mostly always paid 50,000 naira in one day. So that's why I wasn't really complaining about this. But the problem with this money is that I was so excited at the beginning because I was like, 50,000 naira in one day, oh my god. But when it comes to Nigerian currency, you don't know how this money finishes. It literally finishes in a second because everything is so expensive in Nigeria. And that's so ridiculous because, for instance, the minimum wage is 19,800 naira. How is it that a standard meal, at least in a restaurant in Nigeria, is 5,000 naira? That's why in my previous videos you will see me talking about how 5,000 naira for one meal, that's too expensive, I won't spend that money. That's because I'm making money in Nigeria. If you're making money in Nigeria, let's say you're making 50,000 a month in Nigeria, do you think you can spend 5,000 naira on one meal? That's not possible. Do you get? So for the average person, these restaurants are not even, doesn't make sense. And the truth is that was not even my plan when I came back to Nigeria. So once I realized that I couldn't start my hair company, I decided to just switch up quickly and look for something else I can start with a lot less capital, because I'm still going to start the clothing company, but it's not going to be solely for Nigeria. I wanted to start a clothing company that was for Africa basically, but knowing that of course I have to start from where I am from, I realized that it's not going to be possible. So let me just respect myself and start the one that needs a little less capital, because I already registered the company, I did everything, that wasn't even a problem. But I got so disappointed. Anyway, honestly, nothing really works in Nigeria without money. For most of the things you have to do. Let me tell you one thing I realized when I came back to Nigeria. I realized that there's so many popular people who are broke. But most of the celebrities, I've actually been able to talk to some of them. And maybe, I won't say they are broke, but their bank account is not equivalent to what they are showing on Instagram. When I was in Hungary, that's what I believed, because I was like, okay, if she's going to be my target market, they should be able to do this, she should be able to do this, she should be able to do this. But then coming back and actually being in the system, I realized that no, most people are actually not getting as much money as they claim they are getting. And that just made me realize that, oh, if this person that is doing exactly the same thing I'm doing, that has the same company that I plan on getting, is not making that much money, then what's the point of me staying here to do the same thing? Do you get what I mean? But I'm still planning on starting another company, my hair company, in the next 2 months. I've come to realize that no, I don't want to have a company solely based in Nigeria, and I'll much rather be running a company from outside Nigeria, because it makes more sense like that. Nigeria is a nice place, honestly, if you want to come and visit. That's why like the first 3 months I came back was so much fun. You don't understand, I enjoyed Nigeria thoroughly. I was like, I don't want to leave. So much easier to spend money in Nigeria. Everything is asking you for money in Nigeria, but for you to actually make money is so difficult, honestly. And then also when it comes to this YouTube, I was thinking it was going to be much easier, but YouTube has been a hell hole. Honestly, like, it's frustrating. Vlogging in Nigeria is an extreme sport, because getting to the location, you can't even have fun. Most times they don't even let you record at the location. And then, like I said, an average Nigerian is getting 19,800 naira per month. These people cannot afford to use their data to be watching your video. Anyway, so right now, because I've applied for admission somewhere else, and I'm just waiting for the admission letter to come out, and I don't know how that's going to go. But right now I'm in a planning period of my life. The first 3 months was so much fun. The next 3 months was such a struggle, because I had to make money. So I was doing a lot of photography, videography jobs, things like that. Honestly, like I said, that wasn't even my plan coming back to Nigeria. So but I had to do it. It was fun because I enjoy these things, but because I had to do it as work, it was so draining mentally. There were times that I would leave the house by 9 a.m, come back around 4 a.m. the next day, and it was just so draining. And it's not as if the money was that good. Do you get? Like, Nigeria does not even pay well. Like, for how expensive life here is, well, especially in Lagos, Nigeria does not pay well at all. You guys, don't get me wrong, I actually don't hate Nigeria. I love Nigeria, but the truth is that I cannot live in Nigeria. I can't live like 10 years straight in Nigeria. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't mind coming back to stay a year, 2 years, and then leaving, but I need to be able to make money outside or gain experience outside in a way that I can come back and at least impact Nigeria. Or I could, I don't know, run things from outside Nigeria, but I don't mind coming back to Nigeria. But I'm just saying that I don't hate Nigeria. There's so much money in Nigeria to be made. That is fact. So that will always keep me coming back to Nigeria. That's the truth. You just have to have the connection and the money. It's just, and you cannot have connection without money, because again, you have to package yourself a certain way. That's just nuts. Okay, but I'm ready to do that from now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Please don't insult me, don't bash me. If Nigeria has worked for you, that's amazing. It's not working for my plans, that's the truth, and I have to look for another way to make it work. So I'm not saying don't come back to Nigeria. Come back, or if you want, but I regretted coming back to Nigeria. I regretted moving back to Nigeria because things are not working out. Okay, thank you, bye.